Kia ora, Cancer. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for the full moon in Pisces. So it's happening as we speak. I've got the cards out here for you. We've also picked a rock mineral crystal for you, which is face down here. And we'll pull it out at the end to see if it relates to this reading. There's some decision that will be made here. There's certainly a reviewing going on. So let's just go through these cards. And if you haven't joined me before, thanks for coming in. We do go through and clarify. And if you're coming back again, thanks so much for your subscribes, likes, comments, all of that. It really helps me to keep these videos being seen by more people. So I thank you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That's it. Let's get into it. Cancer, we come out with a beautiful card with the Lovers. It is a card of commitment. It's a card of taking some vows, making some vows, overseen by that Hermit in the Thoth deck here. We see the synthesizing or the level of integration and balance between the dual nature of us as humans. Left brain, right brain, all of that kind of stuff. It is a card of choice. It's a card that indicates, in some ways, a commitment because it's a maintenance concept. It's like we have to maintain this as we do anything, in order to stay on track with something that we have committed to. Cancer, it doesn't mean that we can't do an assessment at some point, do a review. And I do think that whether this is about you, Cancer, within a particular relationship or just generally speaking in your life at this current time, we've got the Seven of Discs here. It is about assessing what you've been doing. We're talking about discs, so we're talking about the world of matter, of the material, tangible, physical world. You're doing an assessment of what you've put energy into, what you have gotten out of efforts, whether it's been work or whatever it's been. You're doing an assessment. Then we have another disc, the Two of Discs, the great rhythmic flow of the infinity sign, that figure eight, that it's a vibrational, undulating continuum. So we keep a level of tension here. In some cards, it's like a juggling act. It kind of is. There is a choice in all the twos to be made. And then we have a beautiful card. I don't think you'll have any problems if there's a choice here to make it. This is the Ace of Wands. It's an ace of insight, of clarity, of a supercharged personal truth coming down to you that you have the ability to use wisely for yourself in this world. You give it form. Lovely, Cancer. So let's go through. Let's look at the Lovers for Cancer, please. Here, this commitment, very much I do see it as somewhere in here. So we've got a couple of cards. We have the Four of Discs. Speaking of the disc. Four of Discs. We're holding on. It's a really secure card. It's a really strong card. Is there something we can afford to let go of? Do we want to loosen the reins a wee bit? We're talking about that kind of rhythmic flow here. We can still allow room for movement, Cancer, even if we are or have made a strong commitment to ourselves. We can still allow some movement. The Four of Discs is always asking that question, is there something we can just let go of here? With that, the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel that letting go, whatever this is, letting go of whatever allows this Wheel of Fortune to really come through for you, Cancer, at this time. 7 of Discs. 7 of Discs for Cancer, please. It's interesting, like the sun has been coming up all the time in these readings for a lot of different signs. We're looking at the 7 of Discs, assessing. Is there something within this process that you discover, that you actually see, that you didn't necessarily see before? I suspect that there is, and it's quite beautiful. We have the sun, we have childlike play, we have vitality, new growth, all of that amazing stuff. The solar force is a powerhouse. There's something in that, assessing how you do, what you've done in the past, that's given you a glimpse into something, maybe one of your super duper qualities that you've overlooked, Cancer. I mean, in terms of your personality, you know. Can we get one more card for the 7? You're on it. You're on track. You're on track. Again, the 3 of Wands, which has been coming up a lot in a lot of readings, and I do, yes, I do shuffle the cards quite well. We're on a path. There's nothing that will can actually sway you or put you off or make you go off on another tangent. There's nothing here that will do that. It's a strong position, that 3 of Wands. It's perfect. 2 of Discs. 2 of Discs. We're looking at the 2 of Discs. That beautiful balancing act. The infinity sign. So we're looking at, to clarify that, choice, making a choice. Yes, another choice. There's a lot of choices in life. And we are balancing things, and there's a lot going on around you, Cancer. We get another 4, the 4 of Cups. We may well be pulling in an opportunity arises that maybe 6 months ago or a year ago you wouldn't have seen as a viable opportunity or actually an offering. But this time round you are doing it. You are accepting that. At the same time, 8 of Cups, you have a large level of objectivity. I mean, in an emotional way, which is not always a strength for you. See what I mean? You're seeing a strength in what in the past maybe you've seen as a difficulty. It's turned into a strength somewhere within here for you, Cancer. It's really amazing. So we're looking at the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. This beautiful ace that comes down, clear, clear, clear. Wow. You find yourself, you find yourself in a position somewhere at the end of this reading here, in a position of authority, or taking an opportunity on that that affords you a level of more authority. Sorry, I was just pulling that curtain. Affords you a more comfortable position within some level of authority, whether this is over your own life, or over some sort of work environment or something that you've involved yourself in. Now, I say this because first and foremost, we get the Emperor coming out. When we're speaking of one sword, this is a strong position. It's a benevolent position in its highest polarity. It's a secure, very strong position. We then have many options within that. Somehow a door opens up. We don't just have 4 cups and we say, yeah, I'm going to take that opportunity. In the past, I wouldn't have seen it as that, but now I do. We up it to the 7, then we can assess again. We're assessing in the material, really purely material aspects of what we put into things physically, what we get out of it, all of that, energetics, all of that. And then we come to assessing what is in fact the emotional realms, our desires, our wants, our needs, Cancer. And we look through this because we now have many options. We just don't know which one's going to fly, right? This in itself is a transforming time for you. We then have death. Beautiful cleaning and clearing to make room for the next thing that's coming through. And yet the whole process of this reading, in the process of it, it has been a transformation for you. So the future actually has been dipping its toe in the present. Cancer is what I see. We've got the Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairies coming in to show us that we are stepping off on a new journey here. We've got the Journeyman, which is basically a magician, a large level of support. We're not flying off into thin air here. And we are thinking of an overnight bag. So it's a beautiful little card, the Journeyman. We had another one here too that came out at the same time. We have a sort of representation of peak experience, climactic experience. This is called ecstasies, as in ecstasy. It's as if there are 2 things here that become one, and within that have the ability to take flight, possibly to leap off into a new stage and phase of life, Cancer. So that's pretty beautiful. We'll get a rock mineral crystal. We'll turn it up. I don't know what they are. I've been turning them down. Face down when they come out. Where are we? Oh, there's my glasses. We have beautiful onyx for you, Cancer. Seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, and self-mastery. I think you've been presenting, or what's the word? You've been proving this to yourself. That's the only person you need to prove it to. In recent times, beautiful onyx. Thanks so much, Cancer. Hope you got something out of this reading. For the beautiful full moon in Pisces, your fellow watery sign. Take good care over this time, and we'll see you next time round. Ka kite. Bye.